The Sanderson sisters are back, and we're going to talk about it on this episode of Pirates and Princesses, so stick around.
Oh, hello there. So glad you could come along. I put a spell on you.
Grid is live. Initiate light cycle battle.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Welcome to the Pirates and Princesses podcast.
We're a different kind of Disney podcast. We do it our way.
We talk about Disney parks, Disney movies, TV, video games.
Anything Disney.
I'm your host, Tom Pratt.
And I'm your other host, Cambria Pratt.
For but one night, and we shall make the grand tonight, full of spell-like tricks and treats, a night that will long be remembered. What is it, Mary?
I smell children. There are so many of them, and they're dressed funny.
Fools! Of course there are children. Tell me, what year is it? I said, what year is it? 2015! Sisters, it's been 22 years since we've last returned.
We're getting better at this.
And it's all losing.
Welcome back to the show. Usually we don't do the shows back to back like this, but we felt that this warranted a special episode.
Oh yeah, it definitely warranted a special episode.
Yeah, the Sanderson sisters are back. I believe it was last night was the premiere of the new show, the new council show.
Very cool.
It is very, very cool. It was sold out.
I can imagine why.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Cam and I did not get to go see it live.
No, but we saw the video.
We did see the video, so we're going to talk a little bit about our thoughts on the new Hocus Pocus council show. Cam, you want to start?
Well, I was just going to say, the one good thing about watching on video is these people were in front. So you could see it.
Yeah.
Where if you go to the park, you might not be that close. So we got to see the video. There's some different places online that have the video. It's about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's about a 20-minute show.
It is very cool. And judging by the reaction of the audience, people are extremely excited that they brought the Sanderson sisters back.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They start the show with Season of the Witch, which I thought was a pretty interesting choice.
And their costumes on the dancers are very cool.
Yeah.
We have a steampunk background with our webcomic, the Shadowbinders, and their costumes are kind of steampunk Victorian-y, didn't you think?
Yeah, it was. It was kind of like, I don't know if they're going for the Haunted Mansion look, kind of.
I think it crossed between like the Haunted Mansion and the Sanderson sisters time period.
Yeah. But they had some dancers doing Season of the Witch, and it was cool. But then as soon as the Sanderson sisters appeared,
the crowd went wild.
Oh, they went absolutely bonkers. And the actresses they got to play them were surprisingly close.
They're very good. They're very good. They're very close.
Yeah, they're very, very close to Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy and Jimmy. I mean, really you have to look up close to tell that it's not them. But it was very, very cool just to hear the crowd react. And yes, the plot of the show seems to be that they're going to cast a spell and they need ingredients. So I thought it was very clever. They pull in other villains.
Yeah. So it's a villain show, not just a Sanderson sisters show. And yeah, so they have they need to get shadows. So they bring in Dr. Facilier.
Yep.
And that was really cool. And the guy that got singing it, he does a very good job.
Oh, he was very good. Yeah.
And then they have Oogie Boogie come in because they need nightmare stuff. And then they have to have what they call it, friendly,
some evil friends.
Evil friends, yeah. And so Maleficent comes, and then she brings in the other villains that they have in there.
Yeah, so they had like Cruella de Vil, the Jafar,
Evil Queen,
Hades, who looked like Goku from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Captain Hook too. They kind of, because I understand the costumes.
Too much caffeine,
I think because the costumes have to be seen from so far away.
Right,
if you're up close, they look kind of weird.
Yeah.
From far away, I'm sure it looks great. But the camera was zoomed in, so it looked a little odd. But they had different villains coming up on stage, and Madame Tremaine.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I thought it was a funny nod to the movie. Where in the movie, if you've seen the movie, if you haven't, go watch it now because it's a classic. But in the movie, they come across quote unquote Satan, who's I think it's Gary Marshall was Satan, and they were all like, "Oh yes, Lord Satan," and doing everything. Or master. And it's been a while since I've seen the movie, huh? And they did that with Maleficent, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
So they were sort of treating her like they treated the fake Satan, the master.
Not to be confused with Doctor Who's the Master, but that's another story entirely. But it had a lot of nods back to the movie. Mm-hmm. Like they were talking about Mother and stuff like that. It was really good.
It was very, very good. And then the showstopper when they get the ingredients.
Well, first of all, they had the girl that's playing, was it Sarah, the one which she was singing the "Come Little Children, I'll take thee away." She was singing that, and then people went nuts for that. But at the end, they had to do it. Go ahead.
I cast a spell on you. That was the big showstopper, and when they started that number,
my gosh, the crowd just started screaming.
Oh, it was insane, and you knew it was coming, but they did a really good job with it.
Yeah, you go watch the video. Actually, if you go to our shadowbinders.com blog, I have the video up on there too, and Tom might link it to this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll put a link to the YouTube video provided it doesn't get pulled down. I'll put a link to it in the show notes.
There's several people putting videos up now. I think. I don't think they're going to pull it down. It's good advertising.
It's darn good advertising.
If Disney was even questioning whether or not people want another movie, I think that the reaction on the internet has been phenomenal. I think that they know people want another movie.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus, I mean, it's definitely grown in cult stature over the years. Movie. I mean, I'd say in the last like 5 or 6 years especially, it's just, you have a lot of children in the 90s that are like,
it's one of my favorite movies.
Love this movie.
It's one of my favorite movies. Yeah. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the best live-action Disney movies of the 90s.
I'm hoping they bring it back. I know they talked to Bette Midler before, and she said that if they would say to her about doing it, she's totally on board for doing it. So I hope they do. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. But yeah, the Castle show looks pretty cool. I was hoping we'd be able to check it out this year. I don't know if we'll be able to.
But on the castle, too, they project it to make it look like a haunted house.
Yeah. The projections were great. I mean, it was top notch. I mean, really, they knocked it out of the park with this one, I think. I mean, it's
intended.
Yeah,
out of the park. You know?
They knocked it out of the Magic Kingdom. I think they're going to sell a lot of tickets to this event just for that show.
I'd pay the money just to go see this show. It was even if, I mean, you see it on the video, and that's cool because you get an idea. But I'm sure being there would be. Yeah, amazing.
It was like a rock concert. I mean, really, it was like I've never seen the crowd.
I mean, they clap and get excited a little bit, but not like that. They were just like, you know.
Yeah, it's like you think they were seeing like Lady Gaga or something. It was nuts. I mean, nuts.
I'd be screaming too if I was there. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as the Sanderson sisters come out, I'd be like, you know.
And this really came out of left field. Like we were talking. A couple months ago when we first started the podcast about, them bringing the Sanderson sisters back was just sort of like, I mean, yeah, Hocus Pocus is kind of a thing at Halloween, but Disney, to put them front and center like this
it was
in a show.
And it was great. Why didn't they do it sooner?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm thinking they might be getting ready to do a movie, which is what they might be doing.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I mean, Disney doesn't put characters to the forefront like this unless they're going to do something with them.
They always have a reason for everything they do.
Yeah. Maybe they'll turn up in Kingdom Hearts too. That'd be cool.
My gosh, I don't think they will, but that would be awesome. Or in Disney Infinity somehow.
Yeah.
Like on the Pogs or something. Oh, that would be so cool. I'd be all about that.
Yeah. They could have a disc that maybe turns someone into a cat.
Like Binks.
Yeah.
I love that. That'd be awesome.
So we have some other Halloween related news now. We're gonna pull up.
Well, first of all, you said the shows were sold out.
They were sold out. And again, I think it's, I mean, granted, people are going to go for Not So Scary Halloween, but I think
if you ever get a chance to go. the Not So Scary Halloween in general is amazing.
Oh, it is amazing. But I think they're going because of the Sanderson sisters, let's be honest here.
Oh, I'd go for both because before the Sanderson sisters, it was a really good, fun, recommend it highly. But now they add the Sanderson sisters, I'm like, heck yeah.
Yeah. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween is an amazing must-do. I mean, I know they talk about a lot of must-dos at Disney World, but Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween is a must-do.
Oh, yes. I mean, my kids keep asking, when are we going to go back to that? They don't care if they go see something else. They want to go just back for that. Mm-hmm. They love it. Love it.
So, Hocus Pocus, they're definitely, I mean, if you're a fan of the film, there's a lot of merch coming in relation to Hocus Pocus. On the Parks blog, starting September 21st, they're going to be offering T-shirts.
I actually want one of these. I really do. And the T-shirts are going to be, because there's new stage show. It's called the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular. Mm-hmm. They're going to have these T-shirts, and they're limited release. And I have to find a way to get one. But they actually scanned the original costumes. Mm-hmm. They said the Disney design group artist Richard, I don't know how you say his name, Terpstra. I don't know how you say it.
Sorry, Richard.
But they designed 3 costume tees that resemble the outfits, and each of the tees have the Hocus Pocus logo on the back. But they said below the coolest part of the costume tees is the images used are the actual dresses from the film.
Oh, wow.
So they were photographed, and they were able to take the photographs and then the high-resolution photographs and turn them into the T-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, they're really impressive shirts, and I know we've seen some Hocus Pocus cosplayers before. It's very, very...
Now I want to do that. I want to cosplay that. I think I might.
You want to be Winnie?
I don't know. I might. I have the red hair. I can probably pull it off. Then they also did a logo, Sanderson Sisters Witch Museum graphic on a short sleeve shirt or hoodie. Did you see that one, Tom?
No, that's pretty cool.
I know. We need to get you one of those and me one of the Sanderson Sisters shirts. But they're going to have the 13 Nights of Halloween. They're going to air Hocus Pocus. They usually do. So they're going to have that on the 13 Nights of Halloween on ABC Family. So you can watch the movie there if you haven't already seen it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, shame on you.
I was like, what's wrong with you?
It's a very, very good movie. And definitely check it out. Some other Halloween stuff coming up, again, from the Disney Parks blog. Spellbinding new Halloween novelty items at Disneyland, Walt Disney World Resorts. Looks like a
poison apple stein.
A poison apple stein. It looks like a poison apple with like wax.
Isn't it amazing?
The poison dripping all over it.
I actually want that.
It's very cool.
And then they have I've gone back. Okay, so Mickey's Vampire Mickey Premium Popcorn Bucket. Mm-hmm. We have one of the popcorn buckets. We have a ghost from a few years ago. That's really cute.
The trick-or-treat Mickey.
Yeah, and so they have different popcorn buckets, and they have some little cup things. And then, yes, I knew you were going to go nuts for this. Go ahead. I'll let you talk about it. I knew you'd love that.
Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. Zero popcorn bucket. It's got a little Zero, and his doghouse is sort of the popcorn bucket. And dang it. Oh, he glows in the dark, too.
Yes. We might have to find a way to get hold of one of those. That one's really cool.
I like that.
We need to make a trip, even for a weekend, just so I can pick up this stuff.
I know. Just go check out the show and come back.
Some awesome stuff. We actually have several Halloween decorations because when we were down there for the Not So Scary Before, I bought a whole bunch of Halloween things I put out every year. And my kids just love them.
Yeah, the Mickey Jack-O-Lantern's a favorite. I think they still sell those down there, the Mickey Jack-O-Lantern.
Yeah, I think so. And then, in relation to the podcast from yesterday, and I said they should have a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique for Haunted Mansion. Mm-hmm. Disney Parks blog just is putting up a series of Halloween how-tos, Haunted Mansion makeup tutorials.
Oh, awesome. So I have to wonder if an official Haunted Mansion boutique type thing will follow. I mean, they certainly have a demand for it, I would think.
If they do, I hope they make it like the Pirates where it's open to every age, because I'd be like, move over, my daughter. I'm before you. You first after me. Mommy first.
I would like to see them maybe have some different, like a villains boutique, and maybe have some different characters that you could be made up as a villain, or maybe some other character like Sally Stitches from Nightmare Before Christmas, or the Sanderson sisters.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. The villains are actually, I think, more popular sometimes than the other characters. I wish they would do more with the villains, because I know when we're at conventions, you see the villains cosplayed, as much, if not more so, than some of the princesses. And I just think the villains are extremely popular. I think they should do something with villains.
Well, they talked before. I mean, there are all kinds of rumors, but they talked if they would ever build a fifth park in Disney World. That the one that keeps coming up is they call it a Dark Kingdom, which is basically a all villains park with Maleficent's castle instead of
I think that would be
Cinderella's.
amazing. I'm all for it. Sign me up.
Maybe they're test marketing with all these villain events at Halloween. I don't know.
But I'd totally go. But this new makeup tutorial, they have, if you go to the Disney Parks blog, they have a video on there. And they're doing a Haunted Mansion Maid as one of their tutorials. And they also have a couple other tutorials. Like they have Gracie from the Attractionista dolls. They did a little girl up to look like her. Mm-hmm. So they have a couple up right now, and they're doing Haunted Mansion inspired makeup tutorials.
That's really clever. And then they're pushing Descendants too, I see. Is that?
Well, I don't know if it was on there. No, that's Gracie. But yeah, Descendants, our daughter just loves the Descendants. And I was at the store the other day, and there was an older lady looking at the dolls, and I said to her about how much my daughter loves them, and she's like, oh, my granddaughter, she loves them too. And every time I go in, they're flying off the shelf.
Yeah, and the most popular characters are the daughters and sons of the villains.
Oh yeah, they sell out of Mal and Evie before they sell out of anything else. Mm-hmm. So Descendants is huge, and our daughter loves it.
Awesome. So what else we have here?
Well, I think that's about all we're gonna do for this one because we're trying to keep it Halloween themed.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll do a full length podcast probably later next week. Gather up some more Disney news, but we just had to talk about this show.
It was amazing. We had to say something about it because it was so awesome.
Yeah. So as soon as you're done with this podcast, go out to YouTube, find the full show. It is out there. A couple people have it posted.
Or you can go to the shadowbinders.com site. It's right on top. We have blogs underneath our comic. It's right there. It'll take you right to it.
Yeah. So, and I'll put a link to one of the versions of the show in the show notes too.
We can probably link it on our Facebook, Pirates and Princesses on Facebook also.
Yeah, we'll do that. It'll be around. You'll find it. You can't miss it.
If you follow us around, we'll lead you to it one way or another.
Okay, well, until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I put a spell.
Yes!
And now, you're mine. You can't stop the things I love. It's been 300 years.